morning, everybody. Welcome to the Regenerative design course. Today we're going to talk about the principles from nature. And the principles from nature, we have 5 principles. The first one is biological resource use. And in biological resource use, we talk of the use of natural resources in our systems, like green leaves, green matter. We talk about dry matter. We talk about manure. We talk about compost. We talk about natural mulch with locally available materials. We talk about other materials like forest soil, and we also talk about other materials like maybe burnt charcoal dust or burnt charcoal soil. So these are materials that are locally available within the environment, and some people call them waste. These are some of the natural resources that we use to build our systems. And apart from the materials, we also talk about the natural or native indigenous seeds, as you can see, that we use, which are regenerative, and they can survive with relative human attention, and they are also resistant to pests. Next principle is the principle of diversity. To ensure that our systems are diversified, different types of food production crops, different types of fruits, different types of vegetables, even flowers and plants that do different functions, like even cover crops, like sun barriers, like diggers. We have the ones that regulate rainfall so that we don't have droplet erosion. And we also have the ones that chases insects away, pests away, and we also have the ones that acts as snake repellents. So all this diversified system produces a lot of diversified food, diversified products, and also provides diversified functions inside the system. That's why embracing diversity in all things can lead to more multifunctional and stable systems and lifestyle. The other principle that we put into consideration from nature is the principle of edge effects. So in our systems, we try to create and also try to utilize as many edges as possible, like the edge between along the fences where water meets the earth. Yeah, the edges between 2 different systems. All these edges provides very good microclimate for putting different species of plants, which can be able to benefit from such edges. So the more edges the systems have, the more stable the system is. The next principle from nature that we'll talk about now is the principle of intensification. Developing small-scale intensive systems by stacking and using niches creates opportunity to create a lot of biomass. So we have techniques like plant stacking, time stacking, niche in space, niche in time, and niche in space and time. So rather than compete, find or create a niche for yourself, intensify your productivity through stacking and exploiting niches in life. So basically, we say that in an equatorial forest, in 1 meter square, you can get between 100 and 350 plants that are existing within that. So the more intensified our system is also, the more stable they are. So the last principle under the principles of nature, we call it the principle of accelerated succession and evolution. So we use what is already growing, usually some weed layer, to build the soil facility. We also introduce plants that will easily survive in the particular environment which help to bring up the soil facility. So this is the concept that we call nativity in permaculture. And we also raise organic levels by using mulch, green manure, crops, compost, and other natural fertilizers. Through following these natural patterns and assisting instead of fighting the life forces, we can rapidly turn barren areas into lush and fertile systems through application of this principle of accelerated succession and evolution. So this principle generally concludes most of the, puts together most of the permaculture design, ethics and principles, which now speeds up. That's why we're calling it accelerated succession. It speeds up growth of ecosystems. As we'll walk around, take you around, you'll see some ecosystems that are 3 months old, others are 6 months old, others are 2 years old. And from the watch, you can see that they have really accelerated that succession. And this succession is succession between different layers.